Hello, my name is Harlan, otherwise known as Fluffieduffie, I guess, and here's my spoiler-free review of Black Widow. Directed by Kate Shortland, this Marvel flick follows Natasha Romanoff just after the events of Captain America Civil War. She is on the run from the government until she runs into some familiar faces. Then she begins a journey she had meant to finish a long time ago. I mean, that's the best way I can explain it without spoiling anything. Alright, so if we're talking about the good, Florence Pugh and David Arbor are easily my favorite part of this film. They both bring a really charismatic charm to the movie that, in those slow scenes really help keep up the pace. Like, every moment that David Arbor's, or the Red Guardian, was on screen, I couldn't get enough. He made every scene that he was in fly by because it was just so much fun. Additionally, Florence Pugh's character, Yelena, has a really interesting relationship with Natasha that I really think helped the story, and it helped make us love this new character that I'm pretty sure we're going to be seeing more of. And being introduced to these new and interesting and dynamic characters really helped the pacing of the film. In the other Marvel movies, we know all the characters. Different parts of the movie drag and it just doesn't work as well. But for this, I couldn't find a specific part in the movie where I was bored, per se. Because, during the parts that I would be bored in any other Marvel movie, I was busy trying to learn about these new and interesting characters. And one thing Marvel typically struggles with, and they get dragged on this, is their score for their films. There are some outliers like Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man Homecoming, a little bit of Avengers Endgame. However, I am happy to say that this film is another outlier. I feel like back in 2015 was the height of everybody complaining about how Marvel doesn't have good music. And so they're like, we're going to fix that. And then they dropped, WandaVision, Loki. Side note, Loki's score, so good. Anyways, I got a little distracted there. And now we got this movie, which is amazing. With the music behind the movie, they really dive deep into the Russian themes with some really intense, amazing vocals backing the orchestra. And, I'm a huge fan of the Sam Raimi score on the original Spider-Man trilogy, so I like myself some pretty good vocals. So, in the best way possible, this is what I thought Captain America the Winter Soldier was going to be. It's hard to take it as seriously and intense because we know kind of what happens, or at least what doesn't happen. We know Black Widow is not going to die. I mean, this was the main challenge that this movie was inevitably going to face, being released after Endgame. This movie struggles with that. I mean, she's practically immortal in this movie because canon says that she dies later. This isn't a spoiler or anything because it's in the trailer, but she's literally falling through the air, skydiving, landing on rubble and fighting people. That's not things humans do. So every feeling of urgency and tension is just kind of thrown out the window. And with that, makes you care way less about the story. Every time I saw Natasha Romanoff in danger, I was like, oh, okay. Isn't Red Guardian being kicked the shit out of right now? Why aren't we, focusing on him? Okay, so this movie's good. I definitely think you should go out and support this film, especially with it being a woman-led movie. I know nowadays we're getting more and more of that, so it's easy to kind of lose the novelty of it all. But corporate elites only listen to money. They don't listen to voices. So, use your money as your voice. However, in the grand scheme of things, I wouldn't consider this movie any better than Doctor Strange. Take that as you will. Because I personally like Doctor Strange, but it didn't change me. So, I mean, that's where I rank it all. I give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you for watching. If you're watching on my YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. I post, every big movie here. And also, I got a TikTok, if you didn't already come from that. Fluffieduffie on there, too. Fluffieduffie on everything, really. If you don't find me as a regular username, there's an underscore next to it. That's Twitch, man. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you later.